Wanted to show you was the second phase of our rotational grazing plan here at the Sustainable Homestead Institute. Step 1, we redid the perimeter fence. Step 2, we broke that perimeter into equal sections. We have about 3 sections now, not including the sacrificial section where the water is that they have access to all the time. We got rid of some of the goats and really dialed in our stocking rate by introducing a smaller breed of cows, the Dexters, that are really good for a number of reasons. We've had videos on that in the past. The final step is pushing these cows around through the rotational paddocks and using mowing to keep down on weed pressure and make sure the grass grows better. Don't just take my word for it. Let me show you on the drone. Are you filming? Can I talk to or no? Mm-hmm. So we're coming up on that sacrificial area. This has the water. They have access to this every day. On the right is the lane, but on this first section, you can see the most recent place they've been in. Now, granted, these have all been mowed here recently, but you can see the dirt patches. That means that it's bordering on overgrazed. And as we go back to the paddocks, we can see there's more growth, more green, meaning the grass has had time to recover. And as we get to the final section back here, that's where the cows are now. They were just moved there the other day, but there's still actual grass growth. Now, this isn't ideal because grass hasn't reached about knee height or so, but it's pretty good, and it's better than we would have on a single just perimeter fencing. The breaking it up gives time for the pastures to recover, to relax, and the root growth particularly to stay intact. So we're not overgrazing, we're not just bringing brown pastures with cows on them, as we'll show you in other examples. But so there's a lush green forage area for the cows to have a good time in. One more time as we're moving back closer to the homestead, or closer to the house, there's the less overgrazed pasture, which has had the least amount of time to recover. All the way at the end there, they just got off of there, and then a little bit of recovery in the center section, and then the most recovery, and actually now we're adding more pressure with the cows. This isn't ideal, and the next evolution will strip graze these sections, so we'll even further divide these paddocks into smaller sections based on the animal units that we're putting in. And by the animal units, how big are the cows, how many there are, and match that forage area up to how many cows are actually in there. So we'll move that every day and have a whole lot of impact in a little amount of area, and then allow for a super long recovery time. And then we're coming back to the orchard there. But now we're into the sacrificial area. This is the part where they come every day. They have access to the loading pen and the lane, and this is where we feed them hay over winter. So this is the evolution of the rotational grazing setup.